Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Detroit Lions. Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On second down, Williams. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On third down, Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half. And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Alex Anzalone coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground. I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now Wilson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
He finds his man complete. It's McLaughlin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Wilson wants a different look. They'll send the tight end in motion. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Second and 10, Goff again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Lions have 4-9 now on the year, and they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
3rd and 8.
Value three, value three.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Shell. What's that?
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
DC.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Montgomery on the counter. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Gone. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
From the red zone now, Goff out to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. He stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Maverick! Hey, 76! 76! 4 down!
Just beating the play clock is gone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Ross St. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Bounce bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. Breaks through the contact. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McLaughlin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space.
There he goes, left side. How did he stay on his feet? And all the way home for a Bronco score. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, 10th overall. And the Broncos are able to move back in front.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. On third down, they go Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. But now he appears to be in some pain. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Shell. Hey, kill.
3rd and 2. Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the interception, here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd down and 6 now. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Here's Wilson. That is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. And this one complete again to Mims. Touchdown! Marvin Mims as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
In motion goes Patrick. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They go play action now. Wilson. This one into the hands of Burton. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
36 foul.
Now Wilson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jack Campbell, a first-round pick there on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now it's Wilson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Caught that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On third down, Wilson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Charles Harris able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 21, here's second down and 7. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 76 yards. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point try now for Patterson. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake, here's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They go play action with Wilson. Finds Dulcich out left side. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg Dulcich, 27 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Raymond bringing it out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Khalif Raymond. He's inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run. And the Lions are back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They start on the ground with Pirine. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as the tackle made here at the 36. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Wilson going to change things up here. They run it with Pirine on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Work in the middle of the field. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, Goff under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Baron Browning from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, it's gone. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Play action. It's gone. He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. He's got it at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's second down. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. That's returnable now for Smith. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. To throw is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Up the middle, here's Pirine. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 2nd down. They'll run again with Pirine. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
14.
Throwing now is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. This is 1st and 10. Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they'll get him down here at the 23. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Now it's gone. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here's Smith to return it. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Wilson. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's 1st down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Lions, now they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game will take it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown and a game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call the game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown, or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for Detroit, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Denver, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.